Hi guys, welcome to the guide. Dark Souls 3 has just come out as of yesterday, so that means I'm going to be hiding out in my basement like a hermit for the next week, staring at my TV playing this game. So to justify that time spent, I've decided to make a couple videos about it to make myself feel better about myself. So this video is mostly focusing on getting new players that are just getting into the Dark Souls series, to have them enjoy the series as much as possible, because there is a steep learning curve in the Dark Souls series universe, but once you get past that steep learning curve, then it becomes a relatively not really that hard of a game. It's not. Once you figure out what to do, once you make order of the chaos, it's really not that hard of a game. It's just that first about 10 hours that has that steep learning curve that you have to endure. That's what pretty much turns most people off to this game. So, the point of this video is to get you through those 10 hours. And all footage of this video is, I don't know, I think I'm 5 hours into the game so far, so I'm not giving away anything important, so don't go crazy on me. Alright, so the first thing you should know and to get used to is farming. Or grinding. Same thing. It's pretty much running from one bonfire to another, or from the same bonfire back to the same bonfire over and over, killing the same enemies over and over to level up. That's all you're doing when you're farming. That's it. It's boring, it's monotonous, but it'll get you up to the level that you need to be, that you can fight that boss, so you can get to the next part. And as the game goes on, you grind less through the game. But the Dark Souls series is a very grindy, farmy type series. It just is. It's bad. I mean, I personally enjoy it. This is the only game that I actually enjoy that type of gameplay with, to be honest with you. I'm not an MMO fan, so. But if you're not that type of a person, which I'm usually not, so I'm surprised I like it in this game, then it'll be a big turnoff for you, just as a forewarning. It is what it is, but usually about past the first 10 hours, it kind of goes away. It's just, for the first 10 hours, you gotta farm and grind a lot to get your character up to a level so he can compete with bosses. So you got that to deal with. But yeah, just know you're gonna be farming. Get used to it. Find places like this, which is pretty much the beginning of the game, where you're close to bonfires and you can just run back and forth, killing a whole boatload of enemies and just getting a lot of XP and just getting your level up. You're gonna have to do it. And the second thing you're gonna have to get used to is just watching enemies for their patterns. Because the Dark Souls series is pretty much like they modernized an original Nintendo or Super Nintendo game, where like each enemy has a set attack pattern or a set defense pattern, and for that specific enemy it's always going to be the same, and you're going to get used to kicking this dude off the cliff too, like a lot. It's kind of enjoying. I think they did that on purpose, but besides the point. Yeah, each enemy type has a specific attack pattern all of its own, and once you learn what that attack pattern is, it's really easy to take that enemy out. Even bosses have a specific attack pattern that you can take advantage of. So it's just learning to watch for those cues makes things a lot easier. Which brings me to my third point, which is the multiplayer side of Dark Souls. Mostly the co-op side of Dark Souls, where if you're having trouble with a boss, which you will have trouble with a boss, it doesn't matter. This game has some tricky bosses in it, or the series has tricky bosses in it. But it's the ability to bring other people and their players into your world to help you out in that boss fight. And vice versa, if you go out into other players' worlds and help them out, then that's a great way of farming slash grinding, same thing, and like just getting a whole bunch of XP and leveling up really fast. It's just sitting there helping other people out with boss battles. Even if it's the same boss over and over, it's a great way to grind through bosses, it really is. And this is also the lady that you use to level up. They use the Bloodborne mechanic in this game to level up instead of what I was used to, because it threw me for a loop when I first started playing this game. Is I kept trying to go to the bonfires to level up, and I couldn't, and I was a little bit worried for a bit until I figured it out that it's this lady, and they used the same mechanic for Bloodborne to level up. But besides the point, you get the white soapstone from a merchant in this general area. This is like the little hub world of the game, at least I think it is. Or it's the starting hub world. It's where most people are at the beginning of the game. But yeah, the merchant you get the soapstone from, she's in between this lady and the blacksmith, which you'll see. Yeah, I'm running towards the blacksmith. So, right on your right now, that's the lady you buy the soapstone for. Alright, but this is going to bring me to my fourth point, which is the blacksmith. He is one of your best friends in this game besides the chick that levels you up. He's the guy that will level up your weapons, so be nice to him. And remember, if you swing at somebody in this game and they die, they're gone forever. Or if they don't die, they just won't like you and won't help you at all. So yeah, be nice to the computer characters in this game too, because if they go away, they go away. They don't come back. Alright, but yeah, that's about it. That should get you through the at least first 10 hours. Thanks for watching.